Hello everyone, Harry Baldock here, editor at Total Telecom. The German fibre market's a very interesting place right now, with rollouts finally beginning to accelerate to catch up with some of the country's more advanced neighbours. And it's against this backdrop that I have the pleasure of speaking to Jan Backman, country manager for Germany at VX Fibre, who's here to discuss the German market and why engaging with local utility companies could be a real key to success. Jan, thank you very much for being here with me.
Oh, thanks, Harry, for pleasure being here.
Let's start with a fairly general question. How would you describe the German fibre market right now, and what's the kind of sentiment at the moment of the market?
Well, I think you could say it's actually a booming market right now. If we look back a couple of years, I've been working on this market for 3 years now, and the sheer development and the number of new players, number of capital flowing into the country has been enormous the last couple of years. I think also the pandemic has actually increased demand for fiber broadband, and that is in a way also a win-win for the whole industry, I would say.
And of course, something that you're doing at VX Fibre that's really interesting is your work with the Stadtwerke, I hope I'm saying that correctly, the local and regional utility companies in Germany. Can you tell us more about why you're doing this?
Yes, I think that the local and the regional utility companies, the Stadtwerke as they are called, are key in the German market. They are at least 1,500 of them. Not all of them have fiber ambitions, but a lot of them have. And they are really navigating a very complex market right now. The Stadtwerke have, of course, a regional and a local focus, and they have a lot of trust from local consumers. They are basically owned by the local cities, the local municipalities, the local politics is involved. And we think they're really key in the fiber rollout going forward, as well as we have seen in other countries. And as you might know, VX Fibre's history is a lot about consolidating Stadtwerke or utility companies in other markets, bringing scalability to their platforms, because they are quite small as they are, and also creating the opportunity for them to actually do open access and do that in a way where we really can open up a freedom of ISPs and a big choice, a large choice for the end users.
And of course, VX Fibre is hosting a forum for the Stadtwerke on the day before Total Telecom's Connected Germany event. What do you think will be the key topics of discussion at this kind of meeting, and why is a forum like that a really important place to have a discussion?
Well, Harry, that's a good question. Actually, there are two questions in one. I'd say that actually, as we talked about the backdrop of all this, if you look at the last 2 years since the last conference, so many things have happened on the market, a number of new market entrants, really large players coming into the market, the pandemic creating really an upsurge and the demand for fiber broadband. This is affecting everyone in the industry, and this is something that is also affecting the local Stadtwerke as they are navigating this market in a local context. And we believe that we will definitely talk about very concrete tools and well, the whole toolbox for the Stadtwerke, including open access, including involving the property companies in the local fiber rollout. And also, of course, there are a number of things that have happened over the last 2 years, including technical, legal, as well as commercial aspects of the market. So I think there are plenty of opportunities and plenty of topics to discuss on this pre-day event. I think it's really worthwhile also having a physical event, because something we've learned, all of us, during the last 2 years, all these online platforms, we're using one right now, they're really efficient, they're really good. We have a lot of let's say, organizational, operational issues that we can take care of, but really a knowledge sharing and let's say best practice sharing is something that is extremely difficult on online platforms, and we really look forward to meet everyone in real life as well.
In terms of VX Fibre's own role in this process, how can you as a company help facilitate the successful fibre projects, particularly in smaller and medium-sized towns and cities?
Well, what we would also like to discuss at the pre-day event, also give some real concrete, tangible examples of is the collaboration between VX-Fiber and Stadtwerke or utility companies, being able to utilize what's already in the ground to collaborate around ducts, around new projects, as well as do co-investments together, basically providing a whole city with fiber broadband, and also using our scalable platform by also opening it up for other service providers, not just our home brand Lilla Connect, but also other ISPs over time. So we believe there is a win-win situation where we collaborate, as we say, at the eye level with the Stadtwerke, really on equal terms, and not just basically running them over, which has been the case in some aspects of the markets. So we believe that we really have the toolbox, and we really have the cooperation model for the Stadtwerke to be successful together with VX-Fiber.
So last question for you, Jan. What's next for yourself and for VX-Fiber in the next few years in Germany?
Yes, well, we had a tremendous year, 2021. We started 2 major projects only since April. One in the north of the country, in Niedersachsen, close to Hanover, in the town of Wolfenbüttel, and one already now in the autumn in the south, in the southwest, down at the Bodensee or at the Lake Constance area. So we are basically starting a project and addressing more than 100,000 people in these 2 projects within 6 months. So we got a head start into 2021. We believe that there's tremendous opportunity, a lot of money flowing into Germany right now, a lot of new market entrants. But we still have to remember that collaboration and cooperation is the key. I think also for the major, some of the major players already, the incumbents are speaking about collaboration. I think our model is centered around collaboration, both with the Stadtwerke on the passive side, sharing resources, but also with other ISPs, opening up the platform for other ISPs being an open access provider. So we think it's an exciting 2022 that we are entering. A lot of new projects, good inflow of potential projects in the market. And we believe that actually Germany is on a rebound course. It started very low in terms of fiberization a couple of years back. It was way down below on the list of European countries, and it's picking up. It's around about 17 to 20% fiberized today, and we believe that they will be close to, let's say, market potential steady state somewhere shortly after 2030. So there are very exciting years ahead of us. I think it's really starting up. Next couple of years will be very exciting, and it's almost a booming situation at the moment.
Definitely an exciting time. Jan, thank you very much for your time today, and I look forward to seeing you in Germany.
Thank you. Likewise.